Hi, I am so sorry for the technical glitches. We were supposed to start at 3 p.m. and I think it's quarter past, so really apologies for that. Afternoon everyone, and welcome to our second virtual workshop. So this workshop is not about commercial product development. So it's not about me teaching you how to make formulations that you can make profits from and sell to people. It's not about that. However, if you're interested, you can send me an email, which is on my website, and I'm happy to have that conversation because I've got the skills and the knowledge of how to do that. So this workshop, which I'm excited about, is about me empowering you to use plant-based ingredients that are already in your kitchen and gardens for your wellness. I'll teach you how to use plant-based ingredients for your hair and your skin. And so you're probably asking yourself, why me? Why must I teach you? So my name is Jillian, and since 2013 I've been doing this. I've been using plant-based ingredients to treat acne. So I had acne in 2013 and I wanted a safe, natural solution. So I experimented in my kitchen with plant-based ingredients, and that's how JILLIE'S Natural was born. JILLIE'S Natural is a manufacturer and a retailer of plant-based body and hair care products, which is of course inspired by nature, and the products that I'll be talking about here today, and the other workshops that we'll be covering. So this is purely plant-based natural ingredients that you can use at home. Some of the products are probably in your fridges and your garden. Moreover, my professional background is in the built environment. I've got a national diploma in building, I've got a BTech in quantity surveying, and a discontinued MTech in quantity surveying. I didn't finish that. However, 2012 I completed my MSc in human settlements from KU Leuven. On top of that, I've got a decade experience in corporate. So I've worked, and that gives me the experience and the skills that I've learned in corporate in terms of things like risk management, testing of the product, ensuring that's safe. So those are the skills that I have learned in corporate, and I instill them here at JILLIE'S Natural. So I hope I've convinced you to trust me with your time, with your skin, with your hair, and give me these opportunities to share my knowledge, my skills, and my experience with you. So today I'm gonna be teaching you about one of the things. There are many. One of the things that you can do or use for in your anti-aging skincare. In your anti-aging skincare routine, and these things are in your kitchen, are in your garden, definitely, because I've got a few tools and techniques that I'll be using, and I'm sure at least 4 of them are in your house and are very good for you. So let's start. We're starting with exfoliation. Do we know what exfoliation is? What it means? Yes, no? Okay. So exfoliation happens when you remove dead skin cells and new skin cells are regenerated, and with the result of improving your skin texture and appearance. Skin texture is gonna feel baby soft, very smooth, and then obviously you're gonna look younger, which is what you want. That's why we're talking about anti-aging. So let me try and explain it further, use an analogy for it. So let's look at winter, for example. In winter it's cold, and then because it's cold, we put on layers and layers of clothes. So you've got your shirt, and then you've got a jersey, and you have a jacket, right? So when you have all of those things, they keep you warm, they are good for you, correct? That's still in winter. And then when summer comes, it's hot, so you don't need your scarf and your jacket. So you take off your jacket, your scarf, and your jersey. So that's the same with exfoliation, because those dead skin cells, they work for you. It's like in winter, you are still nice and warm, but then you must remove them so that in summer, you are cool, as in cool, like it's not hot, you're not wearing scarves and jerseys. So that's my analogy. And the example I used, I spoke of winter and summer. These are seasonal. They happen year after year. We have never had a year where there was no summer. We have never had a year where there was no winter. So even with exfoliation, it has to happen frequently. You can't exfoliate today and then try again next year. No, it doesn't work like that. You really have to exfoliate as frequently as possible to get the result. So that is very important. Furthermore, when we're talking of exfoliation, we've got 3 classifications. One, that would be a chemical exfoliation, a physical exfoliation, and an enzymatic one. So with chemicals, I'm sure you've heard of like a chemical peel, a laser peel. You've heard of micro-dermabrasing, right? So those are technical. I'm not talking about them. They've got their pros and cons, and yeah, you can try that route if you want. I'm talking specifically about the physical ones. So the enzymatic one is where we use like enzymes, which I found in a lot of fruits. We use enzyme in the form of a product to break down the dead skin cells, the removing of the layers. So this is the gentlest, and it's most of the time in a product form with ingredients such as papaya, kiwi, and pineapple. So I'm not talking about those today. So that's enzymatic exfoliation. And then the last one is physical. That's the one that we're talking about. So this is where you scrub the skin with a scrubbing material or properties that has scrubbing materials that removes the dead skin cells, things like honey, etc., or egg whites. You know, when you apply egg whites, it tightens up the skin and then it removes the dead skin cells. So that's the thing. Exfoliation, it's really anti-aging because you do it so that you can have a smooth and a beautiful looking skin. So today I'm also going to tell you about the benefits of exfoliation. So I started with what exfoliation is, which to me equals anti-aging. And then now we're talking about the benefits. So when you exfoliate, it's like a deep cleanser. It really pulls out the impurities from your skin. Things like dust, makeup that might not be properly removed, and products that maybe you didn't wash your face very well, you washed it in a hurry, or you washed it once a day. So there's a buildup of products in your skin. So when you exfoliate, you deeply cleanse and remove all of that. And then it really improves the texture of the skin. It feels so smooth, it's baby soft. I love exfoliating. And then it evens out the tone of the skin. So skin that is dull really becomes brighter and clearer. So in terms of also removing blemishes, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, exfoliation works. It's for you, especially if you do it consistently, because we do things consistently. And then the last one is the fact that it removes fine lines and wrinkles, because it firms up the skin, because you remove dead skin and then you regenerate new ones and you have a new skin, a new face. So obviously with exfoliation, you really have to know your skin type. Because not all of them, even though they're natural, they are plant-based, they don't work the same for everyone. They don't work the same for all skin types. So number one, please, please, please ensure that you use the right exfoliation for your skin type. So today I'm talking about 6 exfoliants, and I am sure that at least 4, maybe you might not have 2, but 4 definitely in your house. So I also have 4 rules of engagement with exfoliating. So when you're exfoliating, please, I beg, you have to wash your face. So I said that exfoliation is like a deep cleanser. Yes, however, still wash your face as you do normally, with a cleanser, with a face wash, with a bar of soap. However you cleanse your face, so it must be, the face must be washed. Number 2, this is so important, you cannot exfoliate on a dry skin. Like all wonderful things in life that are pleasurable, lubrication. So the skin needs to be lubricated. It needs to be wet so that you do not tear the skin. Otherwise you're gonna imagine when you start scrubbing on a dry skin, doesn't even make sense. And then number 3, equally important, please treat your skin like a baby, like a newborn baby skin. We are not rough with kids. A newborn cries and we can't sleep, but we're still so gentle with them. So that's what you need to do. You need to, if you're scrubbing with whatever exfoliant, you really have to be gentle. Don't think that when you do it harder, faster, then you're gonna get cleaner, you're gonna have more clearer skin. No, it doesn't work like that. It's actually the opposite. And then the last one, you have to moisturize, and moisturize. So you cannot ignore this final step, because now you've got a good looking skin. It's smooth, it's soft, you're feeling good, and then you don't moisturize. No, you have to protect the skin. So this is like a barrier on the skin. You have new skin, you take care of your new skin. It's like when you have new shoes, new clothes, you take care of them. So when exfoliating, please take care and moisturize. And you can moisturize with whatever, whether it can be an oil, it can be a serum, a lotion, whatever. Just make sure that it's moisturized. And now my favorite part, which is me teaching you how to make these exfoliants at home. They are so cheap, they are so easy, and you can find these ingredients. I am sure there are ingredients right now in your kitchen. So the first one, we're starting with this stone. Cheap. I think I bought it for like 40 rands or 20 rands, I cannot remember. You remember I said an exfoliation is about scrubbing, removing. So I am just showing the motion. Like I said, please do not scrub on dry skin. So with the stone, which is cheap and it does the job very well, number one is obviously have a wet face. And if you're not gonna just use water, you can also use an existing face wash, cleanser, whatever, but make sure that your skin is damp, and then you scrub gently. Yes, I know it's a stone, but if you do it gently, I promise you, you get the same results with like a product scrub or some of the stuff I'm gonna talk about. And you can also scrub your lips. People with dry, flaky lips, they can use that. And the nice thing with the stone is that you can also scrub your neck, your chest, and your whole body. Right? And then the second one is the maize meal. So we have maize meal. Maize meal, our humble maize meal that makes pap. It does not only make pap, it's got granular properties, which means then it can scrub because it's granular. So how you make the scrub with maize meal, you must remember this is the second cheapest. it might actually be the cheapest. I mean, think about it. Maize meal. How much is maize meal? I don't know. So we're starting with maize meal and honey. Honey is a great exfoliant even on its own. So I'm just gonna use this is half a cup. So we've got half a cup of maize meal. Maybe we do it like this to make things easy for me. So we have half a cup, and you might think, oh my gosh, maize meal, but it does a good job. I really like working with maize meal. So with maize meal, you can also just use with water. So you're gonna do equal parts of each ingredient. So I have maize meal, and then I have honey. So I'm gonna mix it with honey. At home, you don't need a lot, especially if it's just for your face. You can just use it with water. I'm not mixing with water today because it's quite a lot and I can't use it all of it today. So I'm making more with honey. It can last a bit. And with maize meal, you can also you can use it all over your body. I like that. It's really safe enough for the face and for the body. But like again, I said, please make sure that it's you are gentle. All right, I don't know if you can see. Make sure that you're gentle. I'm just gonna add more honey here. More honey, and then we mix. And we mix. And we mix. So honey also has healing properties. It's very gentle on the skin, and I think when you're using it with the maize meal, you're getting the best of both worlds, really. So I'm just gonna put it in this container, maize meal. So with this one, I think you can exfoliate maybe like twice a week, because it can be harsh on the skin, but you're gonna try and see how your skin reacts to it. And you can also add essential oils if you like, if you want, but I'm not adding any essential oils today. So here's a very cheap, affordable exfoliator that's gonna improve your skin texture. You're gonna have a smooth skin, very soft. That's the first one. All right, and then the second one is I'm gonna use oats. Also, oats is also anti-inflammatory. It's very gentle on the skin. So when you're at home, truly you can just use let me just clean up here, because I've left my working space. My mother would not be impressed with me. You never work on a dirty space. Okay, so at home you can just use your normal oats. I know, and oats is cheap, guys. I'm showing you cheap stuff. So with oats, for this workshop, I'm using the oats, and then I'm using orange peels, very high in vitamin C. So actually, the fruit that we eat has less of vitamin C than the peel. The peel is the secret, the holy grail. And then I'm also just gonna add a few sprigs of lavender, just for scent. And also lavender is is anti-inflammatory. So because you're scrubbing, you also need to soothe the skin. You know, you scrub and you soothe, you scrub and you soothe. So this is how we're gonna make it. So we just also gonna start with half a cup of oats. Half a cup of oats. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Here is our humble oats, which is gonna give us beautiful skin. Who would have thought? Oats. And half a cup as well of the orange peels. Alright, and just a few sprigs of lavender. It's already smelling so beautiful, so nice in here. And you will need a blender for this one. You have to blend it so that you have a nice fine powder. So I'm just gonna use my blender and done. Easy peasy. So now we've got a flour-like texture and it smells so nice. You can see. Oh, love it. Love it. Smells really nice. Okay, so again, you can use the oats with water at home, but because this is a lot, I am just going to mix it with honey so that it can last for longer. The nice thing with oats as well is that you can use it on your face and your body. The other thing I forgot to mention is when you are exfoliating, try not to only focus on your face only, because sometimes when you focus on your face, you forget your neck. And your face is looking nice and your neck and your chest is not looking so good. So really you have to make sure that it's not just the face that you're focusing on. The neck also needs the TLC so that you look young. Not just your face, but everything says young. So again, I said when you exfoliate, please ensure that the skin is damp. You don't exfoliate on a dry skin. Okay, I've got a small bowl here. I should have used a bigger one. More honey, because you want that nice paste-like consistency. So if you're at home, you can use equal parts. So if you're using one teaspoon of the oats, then you can use 1 teaspoon of the honey. Oh my gosh, I am messing up so much. These bowls, they look so cute, but not the easiest to work from. Okay, but this will do the job. You can smell the orange peels and the lavender. It really, really smells good. So this is the paste. This is the paste of it. Nice. And this one you can use on your skin, on your face and the body. Again, please, 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 please be gentle. Don't scrub too hard. And yeah, so this is the, so there was this, and oh, I didn't make one for the oats, but that's fine. So this is it. And then the next one is, we've got this is also the cheapest, the quickest, and the easiest. So what we're gonna do is just sugar with oil. So you can use sugar, yeah, with whatever oil. So I have sweet almond oil with cannabis oil already mixed, and so this has granular properties, so it scrubs the skin, and if you are nice and gentle with it, you can also use it all over your body. And also just try to not, okay, I lost my train of thought. Okay, all right, let's see. So again, half a cup, this is half a cup, and it's gonna be equal parts the oil, equal parts the sugar. So some people use salt as well, like the Dead Sea salt, because it's got some nice properties. It calms the skin and it also exfoliates, does the job very well as well. I'm not a fan. So all the exfoliants that I'm making now is all that I've used them all, so I can't talk about the other one. Then you just add some oil, equal parts, and then you stir, and that's it really. So this is a very affordable exfoliant, which is safe, which is natural, and it's not damaging on the skin. The only person that will be damaging your skin is you. If you are scrubbing too hard, too fast, yeah, like I said, please be gentle on the skin, and then it will do the rest. So you see, this was easy. I mean, come on, you have sugar in your kitchen, you have oil in your kitchen, so it can be whatever oil you have. You have I don't know, even your tissue oil, it doesn't matter what oil it is, or you can use your olive oil that you use for your salad. So this was the fourth, right? So we've got the maize meal, super cheap, sugar, super cheap, and we've got oats, super cheap. I'm just gonna try and clean up here. Alright, then the next one is honey. So you can still use honey as it is, and honey is really the gentlest of them all, especially with what I have here. Honey, it's so soothing, it's anti-inflammatory, and I enjoy it a lot. Then the last one is, it can be quite harsh on the skin, so you really have to be careful about it and don't spend a lot of time with it. So the last one is a clay mask. I've got kaolin mask, kaolin clay, and you can buy bentonite clay from Discam or Clicks. Those are easy to find. I think with kaolin, it was not very easy for me to get it, but I got it from my other suppliers. I have not seen it at Discam. Yeah. So you can use the bentonite clay, it does the same job. And yeah, so if you're at home, you can just use equal parts. If you're using 1 cup or 1 teaspoon, then whatever you're mixing it with is 1 cup. So I'm using water, and I'm just gonna use a teaspoon, just one teaspoon. I'm not making a lot because with this one I've never tried it all over my body, so it has to be small so I can use it quick and it's finished. And just to be extra, I am also adding some alma powder and activated charcoal. Activated charcoal really pulls the impurities from your skin. It's really good, but you also have to be very, very careful with it. Then just mix it a bit, and then we're gonna mix it with the water. Oops. And you can add essential oils if you like as well. You can add your lavender here, and for fragrance, rose, geranium, and essential oil. So this one is really for dry skin. If you've got this is for oily skin because it can dry out the skin. So if you've got dry skin, try not to use this one. You can use the others, right? So at home, you really can just use the bentonite clay with some water, and that's it. I know I've added some other stuff. Yeah. So 1. And then I'm just gonna use the whisk. Makes it a whole lot easier when I use a whisk. And then the other thing with clay is that you must never use like a metal spoon, because then the metals move to the spoon. It's metal. You need to use plastic or wood. That's why I had wooden spoons here. And I'll also use the chopstick, the stick. So this is it. Just mix it like that, and then you apply it. For me, this is the most effective on my skin. I use it. It's so effective because after using it, my skin is still so smooth and soft, like the whole week. Whereas with the other products, after like 3 days, I start feeling like, oh, my skin is not as smooth as it was. Like I said, this is exfoliating has to be consistent. It's not I'm gonna exfoliate today and then tomorrow, or it's not I'm exfoliating today and then you're done. You're gonna exfoliate next year. No, we exfoliate as frequent as possible, and your skin will guide you. So this is a bit watery, but it's fine. You can add more clay to make the paste a bit thicker, and it will really depend on you how you want it to be. And that's the beauty of homemade stuff or skincare, because really it's how you want it, however you want it. Nobody's gonna tell you how to make it. Who's gonna tell you how thick it should be? Because it's you yourself. You tell yourself, okay, I want it as thick as this, as smooth as that. So it's not a lot because I'm gonna use it on my face today and try and finish it. So in conclusion, we have what we started with the stone. The stone can be used for dry and normal skin types. Maybe oily, but please not people with acne, or if you've got cuts or bruises, please try to refrain from that. So dry, oily and normal, you can use this, very cheap. And then we spoke about the maize meal scrub. So this can be used on oily, normal and dry. And like I said before, ensure that your whole body face is really damp or wet, so that you don't tear the skin. And please be gentle. The harder you scrub doesn't make your skin look better. And then the next one was oats, which I forgot. So you see the consistency is quite thick on this one, and you really just have to be careful with it. Be gentle, please. Don't apply a lot of pressure. When you apply more pressure, doesn't mean that your skin is gonna be softer, smoother. Just as it is, it's doing its job beautifully. And then we have the sugar. I love the sugar because sugar, you can use it on your face, on your body. You can even use it on under your feet, you know, to remove that dead skin cells. And then this one I've never tried on my body. I think I would like to do that. Oh yeah, so this one is really for people with very oily skin. Yeah, if you've got oily skin, you can use this. The sugar, oily, normal and dry, but again, let us be gentle. So I'm just gonna recap. Oh, I forgot it as a standalone. Apply it and sit with it for, it's up to you. It's your own skincare. No one's gonna tell you how to manage your skin at home with your own ingredients. It's yours. So with honey, you can sit with it from 10 to 15 minutes. Most of them, all of them, you can stay with it 10 to 15 minutes. Do not be fooled that maybe if you stay for like 30 minutes and then your skin is gonna look much better. It won't. You might tear your skin and you're wearing it out. So a few minutes is good enough. And then how often to exfoliate? Again, it depends on your skin type, and you will feel it after exfoliating. For the first few days, your skin is so nice and smooth, like day 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, so if you start feeling like, okay, it's not as smooth as it used to be, then you can exfoliate again. So we're looking at 1 to 2 times a week. Scrubbing more doesn't make it effective as well. So yeah, just a few minutes. I mean, it really does its job. And then I think I just wanted to recap on the benefits of exfoliating. The fact that it's such a deep cleanser. It pulls out impurities from your skin. It unclogs the pores, so that when you apply your normal products, the skin is able to effectively and efficiently benefit from it, because it's not clogged. There aren't like dust or things on your skin. And this one is a given. It's instant gratification. When you exfoliate, you definitely feel that your skin is smoother. People will definitely notice. So in terms of appearance, people will definitely notice, and it will even out your skin tone. So people with hyperpigmentation, blemishes, acne scarring, you can make this to be part of your skincare routine. It will really brighten up the skin and clear it. And as for anti-aging, people with matured skin types, wrinkles and fine lines, if you're worried about that, this is the solution for you. So I really love exfoliation, because to me it's the ultimate definition of anti-aging, because you remove dead skin cells, so you have new skin cells. Because we all want to look forever young. We want a youthful, glowing skin. Yeah, so that brings us to the end of our workshop. I went a little bit over time, but that's fine. I started a little bit early. I started late, not early. Well, I wish I had started early. Yeah, but that's fine. So if there are questions, comments, compliments, I love compliments.